Sounds like people are still kind of happy. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm Lieutenant Gabriel Vigil. I'm the Assistant Service Operations Officer for the group here. I'm also the Law Enforcement Specialist and the Auxiliary Liaison for the Coast Guard for this entire region. Welcome. Welcome to Group Port Angeles. Citizens Action Network. It's great program. I'm also directly involved with the Citizens Action Network through the auxiliary and obviously our search and rescue and law enforcement capabilities. This morning, we just want to be able to get to know you, get to hear from you about what you think about the program, say thank you for volunteering your service, your time to us in service to not only the nation, but also our fellow neighbors and citizens in the Puget Sound regions. This morning with us we have Lieutenant Commander Andre Bilodeau, is the Director of Auxiliary for the Coast Guard District 13. He's in the back over here.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Have Mr. Dick Halsaver. I think most of you know him already. Also, we have our partners from the Border Patrol Station Port Angeles. We have Agent Jason Carroll.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. And Chris Dyer.
Morning.
They'll be also speaking to you later on this morning, providing some insight and opportunities that the Border Patrol sees that the Citizens Action Network is able to help us with, since we have this responsibility of service to all of you and our neighbors in this area. Just really quick, a couple of things. Anybody needs to use restrooms, but as we call them in the nautical world, the head, there's a couple over here on the left side, first hallway as you go, and there's also some more down on the first floor through the engineering offices, double doors. As you go to the right side, there's more restroom facilities down that way. Later around noon, there's going to be a picnic hosted by the auxiliary, and we're also going to have tours of our new response boat, medium jet boat from Station Port Angeles that you should be able to go ahead and tour. We'll have some of the guys down there give you some answer your questions and give you a quick walk around on the boat. And then also the air station is going to be doing some training, and just so happens that they're doing some training, so you'll be able to see some of those low flights around that time as well. So again, welcome. Without further ado, I'll just leave it open for the next speaker. We have Mr. Dick Halsaver from Flotilla 42.
Well, I really want to welcome you here. I've bugged you all year with some of my famous CAN-grams and tried to give you enough information about our program. And it's just really great to see such a turnout of people committed to help. That's just so important in our world today. And we're going to cover a lot of things about how your help really does fit in. And it's just gratifying to see so many of you. Since we have people who come from even clear out toward the Forks area, because that's where our territory starts at the west end and comes in clear through Marrowstone Island, Port Hadlock. We've got a wide variety of people. So what I'd really like to do is just kind of have some of you introduce yourselves and just tell us where you live. Maybe we can start here.
Hey, my name is Dave Monroe. I live in Squim, just above John Wayne Marina, and retired law enforcement. And I do my best to stay out of jail.
My name is Bob Loxius. I live in Squim, about 2 blocks from Dick, and retired from Pfizer selling drugs. And I try to stay out of jail too.
You're from the director's office.
You gotta be careful with that,
Jim Conquest. I live out Diamond Point, just east of Squim, and I'm part of the flotilla here in Squim.
My name is Bill Rost. I live off of Diamond Point, neighbors of Dewey and Pamela. I'm a retired college music teacher, and I stay out of trouble via honeydew this list and honeydew that.
All right, I'm Chris Barclay. I live at Diamond Point also.
Catherine Woodall, Diamond Point. Pamela Rademacher, Diamond Point, Lupin Drive.
The other half of Pamela, Dewey Southwick, out there at Diamond Point.
Marcia Robin, just off the Lower L on the street.
Okay.
Neil Robin, I'm the other half. We're about 4 miles roughly west of here. And former auxiliary member and also ham radio operator, retired AT&T Wireless.
Good. We can't have you a former auxiliary member.
Yeah.
I gotta get you back in. Please.
I'm Dorothy Albinger. I live on Miller Peninsula on the Bluff, and I'm a retired school teacher of business education. Also, former auxiliary, the air branch.
Good.
Guy Albinger, retired Air Force, and I live with Dorothy.
Please.
Mary Franker from Port Townsend. We live on the San Juan de Feliz.
Bernie Brinder, Port Townsend.
Nancy Leonard from Port Townsend.
Pete Leonard, Port Townsend, live in Seaview area there on the bluff. Retired military.
Stephen Millers, Glenn, live Dungeness Heights, looking right out at the lighthouse.
Joy Miller, same place.
Jennifer Kelly. I'm Flotilla 42.
Tony Cook, this is my second year in C.A.N, so I'm into the refresher course. I live west of Joyce, near the Lyre River.
I'm Guy Richardson. I live in Port Angeles here.
And your son Joel.
Oh, and my son Joel.
Okay, please.
Pam Lowry. I live at the place on Freshman Bay.
My name is Jim Zard. I'm an auxiliarist with the Port Townsend Flotilla. I live in Port Havelock.
I'm Vicki Young, Flotilla 41, and I look down on part of Port Townsend Bay in Port Havelock.
I'm Peter Raiswood. I live above Squim Bay, looking out across Squim Bay in the Straits, and I'm also in the auxiliary.
Peter's actually the chief of staff of the auxiliary for this 4-state district, so we're glad to have Peter attend here.
Bob Barrett, Maristone Island, retired Navy. My wife Sandy. Tony Lear, and this is my wife Sandy. We live in Freshwater Bay.
I'm Barb Chastain, live out at Freshwater Bay, 400 feet elevation, so I can see clear to Victoria.
Good.
Chris Mangello in Direct's office in Seattle, and new auxiliarist.
Good. Glad to have you.
Also a new auxiliarist working in the Direct's office.
Good. And they're documenting our meeting today.
Of course.
Sir?
Gwen Wilhelm live just this side of McDonald Creek on the left looking over.
Okay.
The whole area.
I'm Betsy Robbins, and I am here representing Beach Watchers, and I live right above the harbor, so I'm going to keep an eye on the Coast Guard base.
I'm Steve Lewis. I've been an auxiliarist for 34 years, and I live in Port Townsend.
Good.
Got peekaboo water view over the bluff.
34 years in auxiliary.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, I'm Dick Halsaver, and I live in Squim, and I'm retired Air Force, so like some of you, and I've been with the program for about a year and a half or so. And again, I'm really pleased that you're able to turn out. Let me just run through a few of the things on your agenda today. We're going to have a nice overview of the C.A.N program by Lieutenant Commander Bilodeau, and he's actually, I joked with him, he's the godfather of the C.A.N program, but don't ask him to talk like the godfather because it's too realistic. And he's basically going to discuss a little bit about how citizens really fit into this network and the trust that's involved on a two-way trust. How you're trusting the government, and the government's trusting you to act as a team. And that's kind of unusual these days. And particularly from the standpoint of this program is localized in the Pacific Northwest. It has not yet gone national, but it's got national exposure. So whatever we do in this program here in our locale is actually going to be a trendsetter for the rest of the country. And that's why it's so important to have you here and to have it documented as ready getting done.